It is my extreme pleasure to recommend the late Coach Otis Spencer of Columbus for election to the Georgia High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame. As a longtime sports writer and later sports editor of the Columbus Ledger, I am familiar with the outstanding contributions Coach Spencer made during his 23-year career at Spencer High School. No, they didn't name the school in his honor, but they might well have, because he definitely became the face of Spencer High School during his time there. African American high schools in Georgia had poorly organized football programs when Coach Spencer arrived at Spencer High School in 1948.
Next inductee, Coach Otis Spencer, accepted by son Otis D. Spencer, son of Otis Spencer, presented by Heflin Kirby, retired tutor of Muscogee County Schools District and former student of Otis Spencer.
Coach Otis Spencer Sr. motivated many young men to the NFL and other areas in the field of sports. Mr. Willie Dicey returned to Spencer as a coach and teacher in the same position as Coach Spencer. I said to self, and self said to me, no blocking, no tackling, no with or without a walking cane. Nothing could prevent this my heavenly stamped earthly assignment as to honor a man who made the Hall of Fame long before he became famous. Otis Spencer Sr. for 26 years gave to dear old Spencer High School and Holloway High of Columbus something to cheer about. On and off of the field, he gave meaning to life and saw it more than merely breathing in and out. He knew the child from the ghetto, as well as the child who made it over both socially and financially. The man had sight and insight, and he knew that either one could easily become lost in a no man's land, both looking for a place called home. During stages of my developmental growth, looking for self and self looking for me, he was instrumental in redirecting the course of my life. He gave me an inspirational kick all of the way to the prestigious Seattle University in Seattle, Washington as a theology major, giving most of my working career to chronic and paranoid schizophrenias and manic depressive young people. Before his inspirational kick, I wanted a degree in streetology and peopleology instead of some classroom sociology. He knew that I was not ready to call the play, not ready to be my own quarterback. My calling and elections were not sure. Students and fans in the stand took heed to his good sense counseling and felt his heart of a genuine concern, made many touchdowns in the football game of life. Oh yes, at times we did stumble, we fumbled, we dropped the ball and missed the pass. Sometimes our head was bloody but unbowed, but we rose and we decided to run again. He instilled into us to be careful in the football game of life, for there are penalties and rules and consequences. So when all is said and done, we want to be able to be self-respected and conscience-free, can live with self and self can live with me. He taught us to run on with a firm grip, a steadfast grip, a determined grip, an anyhow grip, picking up yards on the ground or in the air. Never forgetting from whence cometh our strength, to run on, for all of our help cometh from the Lord. Otis D. Spencer and granddaughter Leah Spencer, Letha Spencer, who's also represented her sister Ashley and the grandson of Mr. Spencer Cameron. It is my highest joy to make this presentation to you regarding your father and your grandfather, Coach Otis Spencer Sr., a man who inspired thousands to run on, run on, run on in the football game of life. Thank you.
He was in on the ground floor of organizing the Georgia Interscholastic Association, or GIA, for African American high schools. He was still the coach at Spencer when the schools were integrated and the GIA schools were assimilated into the Georgia High School Association. But not before Coach Spencer's teams had won GIA football championships in 1950, 1952, 1956, and 1967. And finished second in 1957, 1964, and 1966. His basketball team was runner-up in 1960. His overall football coaching record at Spencer was 154, 54, and 14. The coach came to Spencer High from Alabama State University, where he earned both his bachelor's and master's degree. He wasn't just the head football coach, he was the only coach, also coaching baseball, basketball, and track. Coach Spencer took his classroom duties as a U.S. history teacher just as seriously as he did coaching sports. It was Coach Spencer's firm belief that good students make good athletes. I find every time I have good students on the team, we seem to have good teams, he told me one time. And when I don't have good students on my team, we don't have good teams. The Columbus community holds Coach Spencer and his memory in high esteem. His induction into the Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Fame in 1999 is testament to his legacy. This honor includes coaches and athletes in the Columbus, Georgia, Fort Benning, Georgia, and Phoenix City, Alabama area. He was at that time only the third high school coach to be inducted. Again, I feel there is no more worthy candidate for election to the Georgia High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame than Coach Otis Spencer.